Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future you or someone around you, so take a resonance and the rest with someone else. This is a general read. It's not a personal read. Keep in mind, tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule, darling. So just please keep an empty cup if you're over here and you really want to see what's up. I have the pendulum board out today and the divination board. Yeah, and the pendulum, whatever we want to call it over here. And before we get started, we're going to do one question, one answer. We're going to do two deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're holding for 3 seconds. Okay, let's breathe in. Release. Breathe in. Release. Okay, I'll give you a few moments to think of the question you would like to ask, Spirit, okay? Okay, we will begin. Okay. The consistency that I have collective is between the months of February, March, zodiac sign, Aries, Libra, between the months of September and October, a yes and Tuesday and Friday. Once again, the consistency that I have is between the months of February, March, Aries, Tuesday, yes, Friday, Libra, and between the months of September and October. So take those answers into account of whatever question that you ask, okay? That could be your birthday, someone's birthday, a specific date, someone's zodiac, okay? An answer you've been waiting for, okay? Put it where it resonates for you. Yeah, put it where it resonates for you. Okay, I'll start with a different deck. Hope you all are doing wonderful and feeling great. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to tell a family, friend, or a foe you know to come on over and subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified, okay? All right. First card we have here is number 8. It says, do not drink the poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. Do not drink the poison, collective. Do not do things that you know are bad for you. And we all are uniquely, individually, divinely created. No two humans are alike. So put this where it resonates. Spirit is saying, do not do things that you know are bad for you. Everyone's life is different. We're supposed to be respectfully so. So whomever you are, if there's something that you are indecisive about, well, that's your answer right there. Do not do things that you know are bad for you. Do not drink the Kool-Aid. Do not accept the poison. Beautiful souls, be mindful, okay? The next card is saying, number 29, find the lesson, okay? Discover the purpose in a situation. Trust that you are learning. So if you're going through a situation that you feel is difficult for you, trust that you are learning. As I always say and state, that there's light in all dark situations. When you feel that it's too quiet, you know, there's actually a lot taking place in other dimensions that is working for your highest good. When you feel you are stagnant or something is slowed down, trust that there's a purpose in why it is being slowed down. There is something for you to learn in every experience. Now, this isn't something for you to have anxiety about. This is nothing to worry about. We do not feed the fears over here, okay? We know fear is false evidence appearing real. And so Spirit is saying, whenever you're dealing with any situation that you feel is of dis-ease, do not assume the worst. Trust and know that there's something for you to learn. There's a way for you to grow no matter what you're dealing with, how hard, difficult, sad, tragic, or wonderful it may be. There's something for you to learn in every situation. The next card we have here is choices. Okay. Feeling blocked and restraint, as I just spoke of. Feeling blocked and restraint, choices. So you want to be mindful that you make the right choices. Like Don't Drink the Poison said. Do not do things that you know are harmful to you. Don't drink the poison. So Spirit is saying make the right choices. Only you know what you're dealing with in your life currently. Only you know your circumstances. It's different for each and every one of us here in the world, whether we're watching this video or not. We all have our own pot of gumbo, as I like to say, metaphorically speaking. We have our own life and situations that we are dealing with individually. And we're here to learn and grow. There are happy times, there are sad times, there are ups and downs and turnarounds. But through it all, there are lessons to be learned. So be mindful of the choices that you make. Don't do things that you know are harmful to you or your family, or I'm picking up someone that has a family. Maybe the choices that you are making can and may affect, your offspring or your spouse. So you want to be mindful, or your extended family, for that matter. You want to be mindful of that. Now, let's tap into the tarot here, okay? Yep, you want to be mindful. So Spirit is clearly saying be mindful of the choices that you make, and that they're saying clearly you know what is good for you and what isn't. So work on your confidence, being confident enough to resist what isn't working for you and what isn't for your highest good. Yes, it's work. Nothing happens overnight, but it can be done. It is possible for you to be strong and make sure you're making the right choices, okay? Something about someone not getting caught up. Something they're saying don't want you caught up. Something about not wanting you caught up, collective. Okay, your ancestors, your spirit team does not want you caught up. The word caught up. Okay. Do not allow anyone to persuade you as well. Okay. If you've made your mind up about something, yes is yes and no is no. Do not allow anyone to persuade you to do something that you've already said no to. Okay. And before we carry on, I must share with you, anytime you tell someone, collective, that your answer is no, I don't care if it's your children, a family member, your spouse, your supervisor, your co-worker, whomever. Once they ask you and you say no, and then they come behind you and try to persuade you, that's really an insult. They're really saying that you're not able to make sound, clear decisions. They're saying that you don't understand the question that was asked. And they're also saying that your response is ingenuine. You should take offense to that and say, well, my no is no, and I'm gonna keep it a no. Okay. Just a little FYI, so if your no should be no, and it should be respected, collective. Okay. So mindful of someone trying to persuade you. Okay. All right. We have the King of Coins here, responsible, consistent and hardworking. So you could be someone very responsible and hardworking, someone who works hard to provide, whether this is providing for your family, your children, on your job, friends, relatives, any kind of social group. You could be someone who's very dedicated, very loyal. People know this about you. So be mindful of people clinging to you. People like to cling to people who are dedicated and reliable. And sometimes will try to persuade you to do things to appease them. Don't allow people to come into your life and make offers to you that will only appease them, meaning it'll only satisfy them, that energy is present here. If there's someone trying to cling to you, collective, because they know that you're dedicated, they know that you're responsible, but they want to cleave their energy to you, and they want you to be involved in something. I don't know whether it's just having you being present in a social setting. I don't know. But it's benefiting them. Be mindful of people trying to use you and benefit off of you. Something about your reputation as well. You could be well respected and honored and favored in ways that you're unaware of. And someone could know that just being around you or showing up with you, showing up at a gathering, showing up somewhere with you will get them some kind of likeness, will get them some kind of notoriety. That's for someone Pacific here. With the King of Coins, you're very grounded and successful, whomever you are. And you may feel that you're not. Not that you're not grateful, but often, when we reach one peak of success and once we conquer that, there's always something else to conquer, and we move forward and on to the next level and the next level. So you can be very financially secure, stable, grounded, reliable. Everything's good in your life, but you have other goals. You can be saying, I'm good, but I have other stuff I'm working on. Well, to the people looking at you, collective, they're looking at you like you're the one. Okay, you're the one. Someone is saying you're a good catch. You could be single, very successful. There are a lot of people like wanting to come after you, to date you, get to know you. Some energies aren't so positive. They want you to make a decision based on them reaping the harvest, based on them reaping some kind of reward for being connected to you or bringing you into some kind of circle. This could be some kind of initiation. Okay. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups. So Spirit is saying, be willing to turn your back. Make the right choices, as we stated earlier, and be willing to turn your back on people, places, and things that does not serve you for your highest good. Okay, and it's okay to say no. Don't assume, collective. Maybe if don't assume. How can I say this? Don't assume because someone makes you an offer and you say no that another offer won't come behind it. You know, you could be someone, maybe you're searching to purchase your first home, like buy a home, and someone may recommend you to a realtor, and they're well connected, and don't feel like, oh, if I don't take this one, I won't be able to find what I want. Don't ever feel that way. Don't ever limit yourself. We are limitless beings. Okay. Do not put limits on yourself. Do not think it. Do not feel it. Do not let your mind go there. Just because you can say no, it's not a bad word. It's actually an excellent word, especially when you want to, show people that you have boundaries. You don't want anyone to force you to make choices that don't reside with you. You're not comfortable with. You don't want to live your life being under stress and pressure because you're making choices and decisions that will fulfill everyone else's purpose except for yours. So don't feel, if you're looking for that new house and your friend recommend you, and oh, they have an awesome deal, but you don't like the house. They have the greatest deal, but the whole layout of the property is just not what you want. It's okay to decline and say, thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to go with someone else. Okay. Thanks for your time. Good day. It's okay to say no. You have to be okay when it comes to self-preservation, self-investment, loving yourself. You have to always put yourself first each and every day, because you want to make sure your cup is full and you can continue to be the king in the Knight of Coins. You can continue to be successful, abundant, and stable. This is maintenance. This is a maintenance requirement to maintain. It is one thing to obtain the money, but maintaining the money, okay, and not drying out your bank account, or ending up letting your lifestyle deplete you, is a whole nother circumstance. So it takes a strong backbone, and sometimes there will be people, places, things, and other people's ideas, collective, that you're going to have to abandon, whether they like it or not. Okay, I don't care if this is your best friend recommending you, a sibling. Okay, someone that's cool like that. It's okay to say no if it's not fitting for you. Okay, so the next card we have here is the Ace of Swords. New ideas. See, new ideas, breakthrough. Okay, and realizing the truth. And so you're at a point with Ace of Swords, you're realizing the truth. Some of you could be coming to the realization that, hey, my friends and family are cool. I have love for them, but some of these people are phony balonies. Some of these people want to attach to me because of what I've just said, because of my status, because of who I am. You could be very gifted and just very successful in any rate, well known. Someone could be in the spotlight as well and gaining notoriety. And there could be someone who wants to cling to you because they know that you are headed towards success. And so they're trying different opportunities to try to make sure they create some kind of consistent connection with you. Okay. They want to be a part of what's coming in. Okay. But it's all about balance with the Two of Coins, doing things in a balance to maintain the coins, as I was just speaking of. It's one thing to maintain the money and the success and the happiness. To gain it, but to maintain it throughout. It's a process. There is maintenance that is required in life periodically for anyone to maintain their peace, their happiness, their stability. There's things that must be done. Saving money, showing up for work, working on your health, having a spiritual connection. I could just go down the list. Not all of these things, but I'm just naming some things that people do go by to make sure they maintain that, enforcing their boundaries. Yeah, setting goals and conquering them. The next card we have here is a death card, and it's in the upright. It says new beginnings, transformation. Okay, powerful movement. So you're getting ready to make a powerful movement and change in your life. Someone is getting ready to become world renowned. Okay, you could be popular now, but the attention on you, you're getting ready to gain an increase in attention, in attention, and you're going from hood renowned to world renowned. Okay, yeah, I said hood renowned to world renowned. Okay, this is could be some kind of success. It could be music, but I'm getting someone in real estate, in developing a real estate developer. Um, there's something that you do, some kind of business or brand, and you're expanding your advertisement and the money that you're investing in your advertisement. This is very specific for someone. So take the parts that resonate for you. The money you're investing in advertising is going to pay off for you. Don't be afraid to invest in advertisement for someone who has a brand, who has a business or some kind of skill, because it's going to pay off. Get your name out there, okay? Okay, you're not in the Eight of Swords. This is past energy. There was a time where you were feeling like you were blocked, like there was no way out, wondering when will there be change in your life. And so you have evidently surpassed that to your highest good. And people want to be a part of it. You can't see it. You're successful now, but you're going to go higher in a way you never thought you would be. But the people around you see it. They see it before you see it, whomever you are. People who are observing you see that your success is going to go to the heights. You're elevating higher and higher. We have the page of coins here, okay? And so very determined, a lot of new energy out here. We have new energy out here 3 times. Okay. So there's a lot of newness collective that is entering your life. And Spirit is saying this is your time to shine, to enjoy it. Don't dim your light. Don't change who you are. Don't have survivor's remorse, feeling like you owe anyone anything as well. You can say no to people, whether it hurts their feelings or not. Part of being successful, any successful person who will tell you is utilizing the word no, and be willing to turn your back and have boundaries and enforce them. You're not here to please everyone. You're not here to make sure everyone else is happy. When it comes to making choices, even if it's a job, okay, maybe someone is looking for new employment, and that you have the credentials, that you're very well versed in whatever the job description requires, and maybe someone doesn't want to pay you the right way and you're not in agreement. Spirit is saying it's okay to simply say thanks, but no thanks. It doesn't mean that something better is not going to arrive. Okay, so trust and know, that the divine is working for you. There's always a higher power. Doesn't matter what your belief system is, working for you on your behalf. So don't never feel like, oh, I better take this right now, because if I don't take it, I won't get my 9 of coins. No, it's here. It's here. New energy is cut. New movement is out here. Breakthrough is out here. Okay. So, yeah. Finding resources is out here. Thriving, self-reliant is out here. Self-reliant. So Spirit wants you to continue to trust the same energy that you've used to create the momentum that you have, where there's people watching and observing you, and they know that you're going to be successful. There are also people whom you no longer deal with, collective, who are watching. You could be on a platform or you may not be. This could be just chatter. Maybe you have old friends in common. Maybe you have a friend in common with old friends that you no longer talk to, but there's chatter, going around about your progress and how great you're doing. Something about how well someone looks as well. It's being spoken about. I saw the collective the other day. He looks good. He looked handsome. Oh, she looked pretty. Oh, you see the weight they lost. Did you see this? You see that? Or I seen their children. They're doing wonderful. They're getting ready to graduate. Or so and so just bought a new house. And there's a lot of positive chatter being spoken about you. And even your haters, your naysayers, even the jealous ones, I'm picking up, there's a few of them. They acting like they don't care, but they listening. They listening. And if they can, they're watching. They're watching, collective. Look at God. Look at God, collective. It says keeping up. Immense effort. Immense effort. Keeping up. Look at that. Keeping up. Someone is making an immense effort to keep up and watch you. Look at this. They are watching. So whatever you're doing, stay optimistic about your present as well as your future. Whew, baby girl, baby boy, take it one day at a time and keep going. Take it one day at a time and keep going. It says keeping up, immense effort. That means someone is so hyper focused on you. Okay? And usually, when great things are being birthed, people outside of you can see. They can see it and they know it and they feel the success dripping off of you. They can smell your money. Yeah, okay. We have number 30. It says, law is not justice, rules that are not fair. Okay, law is not justice and rules that are not fair. So, this is pertaining to having survivor's remorse. You are not put here to please people. You are not put here to make sure that everyone else is happy. You're supposed to make sure you are fulfilled, live in your divine purpose. And if you are in a condition to assist some people along the way, cool. And if you ain't, cool. And if somebody mad at it, cool. But what is for you will never pass you by. So you're not put here to give other people balance and justice in their life. You're put here to give it to yourself. Okay? So there's going to be people who's going to talk ish. Whenever you're working on progress and you're making changes, especially people whom you no longer socialize with, they know they have access in your life. They know they're not welcome, right? They're going to slander. That's part of it. Spirit is saying, let them and don't defend it. Don't defend it. Don't defend it at all. Don't defend it. People, sometimes you can defend yourself so much that it just turns out to be a pot of goulash. It doesn't mean that they're right. It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It's not worth defending. Let people chatter. Let them talk. The mere fact that you're on someone's mind and you have their attention, because this reading, they're keeping up with you. They're taking an immense effort to keep up with you, okay? Ooh, we look at spirit. Number 44, you could be 44 years old, okay? But either way, or someone around you that you love could be 44. It says you can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. You cannot go back to yesterday. Be in the present, collective. You cannot go back to yesterday. Be in the present. The past is the past. It is gone. You want to stay present so that you are aware and that you're able to enjoy all that life has and is presenting for you. So you have to stay focused and stay present. Okay? The past is the past. I know that's right. I know that's right. Indeed. Okay. All right. Forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. All right. Memory no longer defines you. So any past memory no longer defines you. If you ever find yourself having old thoughts of the past, maybe things that people have done to you to hurt you, whether it's family, friends, relationship, Spirit wants you to transmute that energy into something creative, to something powerful. Work on your transmutation. You can harness that energy, and also do some grounding work and some journaling, grounding and journaling, but also transmute that energy. You do not need to allow old thoughts of the past to keep you in the past, because yesterday is gone and we cannot get it back. Okay? I haven't used these cards in a long time. I'm glad I found them. Okay. So the past is the past. You don't want to be someone who's always living in the past. You don't want to spend the rest of your life. It's okay to tell your story. It's okay to seek therapy. It's okay to chitter chatter. But you don't want to be someone who's always hyper focused on what someone has done to you. And this is why I'm not successful, because this happened to me 20 years ago. There are people who spend their entire lives whining and crying about what someone done to them, When in reality, you can go to therapy for that and find different alternatives or different ways to deal and cope with any pain or any burden that you feel you are suffering from, rather than spend the rest of your life just talking about what someone has done to you. And it happened in the past, it's gone. You can't get it back. So to honestly replay that story, recant it, it's like pulling a band-aid off in an old wound. It won't heal, because you keep pulling the scab, keep picking at the scab. There are some people when they get scabs, they like to pick at them. I know it sounds gross, but people do it. Okay, it's like picking at the scab, and that means the wound will never heal because you're steady picking at something that is gone and over with. So finding different mechanisms and coping techniques to get over what was done to you in the past so that you're not harnessing any dark energy. You don't want to create stagnation for yourself. And you want to be able to make the right choices and not be forced. Some people get mentally conditioned into making bad choices because they're holding on to their past. They're not willing to release it. Now, releasing the past and not holding on, this is not about giving people access to your life who has crossed you. This is talking about doing the work for yourself so that you can live your best life. Okay. Forgiving yourself. If you choose not to forgive them, that's a you problem, but forgiving yourself and moving past it. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. You don't want to miss the boat. So you got to stay present. We have wake up. Okay, it's your moment. Yes, it's your moment. That's what says someone is about to become from hood renown to world renown. You could have some fame or notoriety in your community, in your neighborhood, in your church, maybe on social media, maybe off social media. This could be on the job as well, okay? But it's going to expand. Whatever work skill or hobby that you do is going to expand and increase for you, okay? And people see this. People see this. It is here 4 or 5 times: success, abundance, prosperity, new energy. Yeah, people see this and they want a part of the action, okay? The next card we have here is set your course, okay? Know where you wish to go and have a plan, the right direction. Know where you wish to go and have a plan, okay? So write down your goals, write down your dreams. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be your way. Get you a journal and start writing down what you desire for your future. Create vision boards. That's a wonderful hobby. That's a family fun project. You can gather and do with friends or family. Start you a vision board. Start doing some journaling as well. Okay. Have you a plan because someone is going to expand and spirit wants you to have a plan for this expansion because it's coming. It's coming and people know it. They feel it. Ooh, you're like a hot commodity. You're like the iridescence on this card. See that shiny little glimmer, collective. And you don't know it, but this is how people see you. See that glimmer? Every time I move the card, people feel this. You're seeing this light. They're feeling that energy when you step in a room, when you come around. You may even have people staring at you and you don't even know why. And it may irritate you. It's your energy. It's your aura. You're the one with the golden egg. You got the Willy Wonka. You got the Willy Wonka. I like this. Belong to your own dream. Create your own life. I know. Oh, I say. I like this one. Belong to your own dream. Create your own life, collective. Your own life, your own group of friends, your own hobbies. Do things that feed your soul. Do things that make you feel good and that make you feel confident. Things that are safe, okay, where you're not harming anyone or yourself, but feed your soul. Be part of your own dream. Never mind what the naysayers are talking about. Never mind what the television and the economy this and the tissue this and never mind that. It's time to focus on yourself and stay present. Be part of your own dream. Put all your energy into your manifestations. Put all your energy into healing yourself, loving yourself. Put all your energy into affirmations, your prayer, your meditation. Do things that make you feel good. cleansing, decluttering your home, connecting with nature, you know, maybe reading scripture for some of you is what you like to do. Belong to your own dream. We all have our own worlds that we're living in. We all experience life differently, and we're supposed to. We have our own little bubbles, and we're in a bigger world. Okay, our own little worlds inside of a bigger world with a much massive plan. But at the same token, make sure that you're staying present to be part of your own dreams and not allow so much outside noise to filter through your plans or your goals that you have for yourself. You want to be mindful because we can often drift away. If you're not careful, collective, you could drift away mistakenly, not knowing, by letting outside noise, rattle you, have you stressed out, having you losing sleep, worried about bills, kids, who's cheating with who, what celebrity doing what, and strolling all day. And, we could be so focused with things outside of us, we forget to take care of ourselves. Work on yourself, your home, your mind, your body, your spirit. Feed your soul. Do things that feed your spirit, that makes you feel good, that puts a smile on your face, that keeps your heart and mind in alignment. Some say it's not possible to align the two, but I don't believe that. In my world, there's no such thing as perfect, but in my world, I just speak now, we all have different beliefs and we all have our own world that we're living in. You can have the heart and mind in alignment. And it's all about standing in your authenticity and being just honest with yourself. Being honest and real with yourself about what you like and what you don't like. And the stuff you don't like, don't deal with it. It's just that simple. It's either a yes or a no. As I, started out the read with, it's either a yes or a no. Don't allow anyone to persuade you that energy is here. You tell them no, and they're steady trying to talk you into something. And also, don't allow anyone to make you explain yourself. We are adults here on this channel, and there's something about someone that's going to, oh, why? That's when you should hang up the phone or go quiet if they're in your face and walk away, because you don't have to explain to anyone. Your yes is a yes and a no should be a no. Okay. Okay. All right. I have number 17. It says growing up. Okay. Wanting to grow in experience, rejection of parental, or perpetual youth. Okay. Growing up, wanting to grow up and experience, but be mindful. Okay. Because we all are from different backgrounds and upbringings, we have different experiences when it comes to how we were parented, how we were loved, how we were treated. But do not allow yourself to stay in that energy and use a famous saying. Here it goes. Oh, I was raised like that. Yes, you were raised like that, but you continue to have several birthdays. You are now an adult and you now have free will to change and alter some things in your life. You have free will to separate yourself. And sometimes separation means you may have to take a temporary sacrifice for long term peace and happiness. And just because you were raised a certain way doesn't mean you have to stay that way. That is not a reason or an excuse to say I can't change, because you can. And it takes time. Nothing happens overnight. Nothing's going to happen instantly, but it's something to work at, like chisel at, like chiseling at a stone or a rock and trying to shape it or form it into a masterpiece. It takes time. So be patient with yourself. If you are someone who feels, hey, I was raised, this way, that way, and, maybe you feel that there's things you want to do in life, but you weren't taught about how to approach those certain or particular ideas or agendas for yourself when it comes to progress or prosperity or making positive changes in your life. Maybe you're from a background who supported bad behavior or dark behavior. I'll say dark behavior. Maybe you are from a family who supported the hoopla, the toxicity, and maybe you want to change that. It can be changed. It's called reparenting. People do it in their adulthood. And basically, you choose to be the reciprocal of what you were taught, especially if you are a parent. If there's any mistreatment or misfortune that you experienced as a child and you are a parent now, the best thing you could do is not talk about it to the offspring, is be the reciprocal of what you experienced. Now that is breaking a generational what? Curse. That is breaking a generational what? Pattern, okay? And we can't get no better than that. We can't get no better than that, okay? So this concludes the read. I trust and hope it assists you for your highest good, and I hope it's understood. Later.